Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Can I
The
thank
Leader
the
of the
member
House
for
will cease
O'Connor?
interjecting. The
Can I
Leader of the
thank the
House
member
will
for
cease
O'Connor
interjecting.
for this
I can't
very
hear the
important
Minister.
question? He is an extremely strong advocate for the needs of his constituents when it comes to communications in remote areas. He has a huge electorate which covers very long distances, as I saw on my visit to his electorate on the 20th of May when we went from Albany through to Cranbrook to Williams and to Perth. That was a good insight into the scale of his electorate, and of course many electorates represented by members on this side of the House will benefit very markedly from the long-term satellite service. And as the member correctly states in his question, on the 1st of October, the first NBN satellite successfully launched from the Arianespace facility in French Guiana, heading for geostationary orbit at 36,000 kilometres. And this is an enormously important step. Satellite, Mr. Speaker, is a key technology for serving regional and remote Australia, and there has never been any political contention on that. All of the technical advice has been consistent on that point. But what we saw from the other side of the House, Mr. Speaker, was a comprehensive mismanagement of the interim satellite service, leading to enormous frustration in regional and remote Australia. The previous government claimed that its interim satellite service could serve 250,000 premises. In fact, they only purchased enough transponder capacity to serve 48,000 premises. And the previous government failed to ensure that NBN had the technical and contractual tools required to manage the amount of data which retail service providers promised to supply end customers. The long-term satellite service, Mr. Speaker, by contrast, has been well managed by NBN, and we see higher speeds than the interim satellite service will be available once commercial service commences. 25 megabits per peak speed down, 5 megabits per second peak speed up, markedly higher download capacity, 101 spot beams, Mr. Speaker, covering all of Australia, plus I'm pleased to note, as Minister for Territories, Norfolk Island, Christmas Island and Cocos Island, 412,000 premises will be covered. It's been a daunting technical task to get this satellite launched. Pleasingly, it is now in its geostationary orbit. There's a series of tests that now need to be carried out. Commercial service is expected by mid-2016, and at that point Australians will be able to place orders for a service delivered over the long-term satellite service. This is a game-changer for satellite broadband services in remote and regional Australia, and the Turnbull government is again delivering when Labor conspicuously failed to.